Vaush, anyway, the summary of my point was, one, allowing people to start saying the N-word in any fashion just means it'll become the dominant fashion people use it in. I don't want to do an N-word debate, man. I disagree with a lot of your points, but, like, I hope you understand that the disagreement stems from what I would like to believe is an informed understanding of the way language shifts over time. Yeah, come on, man. I'm not Destiny, and it's not 2018. Let me live, please. The only thing I said is that the soft A and the hard R are definitely different words, and we have to know that's true. Like, come on, we know that's true. That's for sure true, right? That's it. And when people say, like, white person said the N-word, I'm gonna assume what that means is that they said the hard R, but if it turns out they said the soft A, then, like, okay. But then, like, the lady who said the soft A is a Nazi anyway, so... soft A is still bad. I don't know. Lily Krem, you fishing for a... You cruising for a bruising? When did I say it's not? When did I say? Find me the clip. When you say that, Lily Krem, you're implying that I said the N-word with the soft A isn't bad. Like, if you respond, if I was on mute right now, and I was saying all this, and they see in chat somebody say, I don't know about that one, Vaush. Saying it with the soft A is still bad. Like, they would assume that I had said that it's not bad, but I didn't say that, you know? Like, you don't imply the other. Don't imply the opposite. Be careful, please. Me, like, planning out my ideal community. Okay, we need just enough holdover Destiny fans that I can have contentious takes on the soft A. Okay, but not so many that they start saying stuff about, like, how Palestinians are biologically inclined towards violence. Okay, we need enough bread tube types that I can talk about esoteric, like, transgender, cultural, and linguistic symbology and, like, the meaning in the broader culture. You know, we need... Okay, but not so many that they woke scold me when I fucking say the F slur while still presenting as a cis heteronormative white male. Like, I have to proportion out the fucking... Ooh, it's difficult, you know? It's difficult, man. Not easy. Would you say that streaming is in this way harder than any other job? Definitely harder than any other job, I'd agree. For sure. My only opinion is I don't want people calling me either soft A or hard R because I'm white and it makes me uncomfortable. Is this like a problem you typically have? Couldn't care less what other people say as long as it's not a white person using it to be racist. Do you typically have people call... I mean... You like really tan? Black people calling you the soft A does happen though. I guess for me, all of the discourse online feels really trite because when you see people talk about it, it is, let's be real here. Any brothers and chats are gonna agree with me? It's mostly white people. But my experience growing up in LA, knowing a lot of black people, is that they're like incredibly non-fucking chalant about it. And in fact, will goad you, me, a white person, into saying it purely because they want to make you look awkward doing it, you know? Like, it feels like the discourse online and the discourse in real life is so wildly different that it's like, I feel like I feel like I need to do like a Vulcan mind meld where I beam my conscious experience into the minds of the people who get mad at me online to ask, like, how, given this perspective, can you come at me from this angle, right? Because this isn't about like a normalizing saying the N-word thing at all. It's just like I feel like the angle from which you've approached this, to me, and I know black people aren't a monolith. I grew up with like LA black people. Maybe it's different from like any other not my friends when I was young black people, but it does feel like sometimes it's gets a little wacky, you know. In New York City it's pretty similar. Yeah, Southern black people are very aggro about it. See, that makes sense to me, right? Because in LA and New York there's a fuck ton of like racial camaraderie in some areas, right? Like they're massive cities with huge like incidence rates of interracial engagement, relationships and stuff like that. Whereas in some parts of the South, you know, like, dude, like there is no, that like that camaraderie is not, it's not at all comparable, you know? When your black friends hold you at gunpoint, forcing you to say the N-word, it's common sense that the one you say is the soft A. Yes, that one, that's an obvious one. If your black friends are like, say a white boy, say a white boy, say a white boy, like you obviously say with the soft A. Obviously, that's what they're saying. That's why they're different, you know? That's why they're different. If you fuck it up and you drop the hard R, like that's it, it's over. That you had your shot, Whitey, and that was it. You're past the fence. You're not getting back. You're locked outside. It's cold. It's cold. You're in the snow, looking in at the fucking through the window with your tongue on the glass. You can't get in the N-word bar anymore. Your black friends are all having a drink. You can't hear them through the glass, but you can read lips, and you know damn well what they're saying without you. Don't say the N-word, folks. I think it was strange at the time to focus on the soft A differentiation when it was pretty clearly being said in a derogatory way. It's just a little nitpick for me. That's it. I just feel like there's some like weird ambiguity in the said the N-word when like it's like there's a lot of variance there, and we kind of take a lot for granted. The thing that I thought of specifically was there was a video, I think it was from LA, where there was like pro and anti-Israeli people shouting at each other, and then there was like there was a pro-Israel guy who shouted something, and the article after was like, he said the N-word, but then you watch the video and he was something like, you know, you soft days ain't shit. And it's like, man, is that really, and he was like ethnically ambiguous too. Is that really, like when I read a news article and it says anti-Palestinian protester calls pro-Palestinian protester the N-word, like, my mental association is that it's going to be so different. Lily Krem, I'm gonna fucking shove you in a box. Are you kidding me? Lily Krem, your ass is as white as your name, Lily. All right? If you think there's no fucking difference, Jesus. No, I'm just ignorant. Yeah, I know, because you didn't grow up in LA like me. I know, there's a difference. You see a news article that says the X person called Y person the N-word, and then you see the video and it says, oh, you N-words ain't shit. And by N-words, they mean soft A, and in the broad referential sense, not even talking to a black person, it's clearly different. I'm not saying it's good. People are like, why is Vaush arguing that it's good to say the N-word? And it's like, I can't win. I can't win with these people. You want conformity. You want me to be in a little box. You want me in a little box. You don't want me to say anything difficult. I can't say it, not even for a joke, not even difficult for a joke. I'm dropping shit that would be uncontroversial from like George Carlin. I'm dropping shit. Slavoj Žižek could say shit 80 times this fucking controversial, and you guys would be like, oh, it's funny because of the accents. Like, fuck you. Fuck you people. Mike, oh, whoa. Now, to be clear, when I said you people, I meant people in chat. I don't want anyone to make any... I'm exonerated because I know the people who get mad at me are white. I'm free. Vaush, my boyfriend, said he was the only white guy at his college. I told him to be fully prepared to be encircled while they chant, say it, say it, say it. And he comes back the next day like, how the fuck did you know? Isn't it crazy? Seriously, though. Like, fucking, we've been in the real world, man. We can't... You guys are online with the, like, the insanely fucking... It's like, you remember how much of the internet discourse was like oriented around assuming people's pronouns and pronoun circles, and then you fucking go to college and join the real world and no one does any of that, like at all. Like literally billions of human man hours wasted on discourse for something that doesn't happen. It happened to me. It happens every once in a while. The idea that like queer communities broadly engage in that behavior, incredibly incorrect. For the most part, everyone assumes pronouns, goes to they, them. They pick up on context clues. They find the right ones. They get corrected politely if they make a mistake. That's it. It's simple, you know? But the way, if you went online and judged from what you saw online, then it was like, oh, queer people are literally like 24/7, like pronoun circle, pronoun circle, pronoun circle. Like, don't assume this. Get upset if anyone assumes wrong, da-da-da. And it's like, that's just not, like, that's manufactured. That's all online. It's not real. That's not in real life, you know? Is it weird that I find neither particularly acceptable? No, I've never said that the soft A is good. I never said that. I just said they're different. That's fine. If anyone wants to come at me with the Lily Krem ass fucking, how dare you say the soft A is fine? Well, listen, okay, if there's a bunch of black guys at your college surrounding you and they're chanting, say it, say it, say it, then all right, maybe in context, but like, you want to make it out of there alive. You've got like a family to get back to at the end of that day, you know? Tackling the white boy. He wouldn't say it. They're ripping him apart. Vaush, please go outside. There's a difference between saying it when someone gave you permission, saying it yourself. That's crazy, dude. Can you stay online and find the point in my VOD that disagrees with what you just said? Here, I'll give you an hour for which you have nothing else to do. Go back and find it. Honestly, I think the hyperbole around pronouns online helps the right wing a lot and discourages people who aren't that exposed to queer communities from taking the first step. I agree. And also, I do think that the way people act about the soft A, hard R distinction, where they pretend there's no difference, also helps the right. Because, like, legitimately, if you're going around and getting people fired from their jobs for doing the equivalent of rapping along with their preferred musician, then, like, that's an argument from their side that's pretty, like, agreeable to the general public. Like, man, people, like, top 40 is going to be filled with songs with words that, like, you can't even say at all. I'm not even saying it's good to say it. I'm just saying that if you're pretending that's the same as the hard R, which everyone directly associates with racism, it's just, I'm just like, you're online, man. Vaush, I didn't mean that it was acceptable. I just mean that I have a hard time feeling a difference what it said to me. Okay. I mean, I guess I'd be curious into how that happens, because the only people who say the soft A are, like, Black people and Asian people in Koreatown, and 1/3 of all Hispanic people in California, you know. But I mean, I guess it varies. Yeah, but that's cool. It's genuinely crazy. It's just, you see what's happening in chat right now? Do you see the rot spreading when your position is the obvious? Like, I could go find 500 Black people and 500 people would be like, 500 of them would be like, yeah, there's obviously a difference between those two words. Those are not the same word. Everyone would agree with that. You could talk to any, like, Black linguist or any person who studies AAVE or anything like that, and then they'd be like, yeah, there's different words. You go on stream and it's like, yeah, those are different words, and people are like, I can't believe you think it's okay to say. It's crazy. I feel like 98% of the shit I have to do on stream sometimes is clarify what I didn't say when I didn't say it. Vaush, the other aspect of this is that you engage with West Coast Black people. In AAVE in the South, we don't use the ER suffix. Man, I really hope that you're not Black and I'm not talking over a Black guy in this one, but in the South, I promise you, there is absolutely a difference between the hard R and the soft A. I know that because of, like, Southern twang, there is less of a, like, literal pronounced difference, but there is absolutely like, you can go watch, like, Django Unchained for an example of the hard R in a Southern accent and compare it to how you listen to, like, Atlanta Black people talk to each other 40 times a minute. But, like, there is definitely a difference, man. I'm just saying there's I'm not saying... Vaush, that's completely wrong. What the fuck? This is crazy. I'm getting gaslit, man. You can't get me with this. I'm worldly. I've been around. I've been to Florida. I've been to fucking Alabama. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Texas. I've been to California. I've been to... You can't get me with this, man. I know. Please. I lived in Atlanta for over a decade, had tons of Black friends. There's absolutely a difference. Those dudes are white. Yeah, this isn't even like a hard line, not a hard line for me or whatever. Like, I don't fucking care about this discourse that much. It's just, it's crazy to me that people are trying to convince me that they're not different words. You have too many sensitive pussies in chat, let's be real. I just feel like sometimes people really get up in arms arguing against positions that I don't have. That's all. We need a word for this. We already have two, all right? I'm a Texan Black guy. I agree most Southern racists don't say the hard R unless they are mad and enunciating on purpose. Otherwise, they just soft A racist. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, ideally, they wouldn't say it at all. Because saying the N-word is bad, right? We all agree on that, right? There's definitely a difference when white people say it. Some Black people pronounce them the same and it's a context thing. May actually be lost in translation. But the hard R isn't like AAVE. The AAVE is the soft A. That's the one that's used in the... Like, when Black people talk conversationally with one another, they say the soft A all the time. They don't say the hard R with each... I mean, like, they can, of course, but they don't... It's not really a component of the... What's AAVE? Lily, were you seriously weighing in earlier and you don't know what AAVE... All right. No, that's it. Lily's getting applied to all of you. I'm fucking Control Ving. Everyone else with a contrary opinion, you're all Lily Krem now. Lily Krem, congratulations for reminding me of the standard my community holds the discourse that we get engaged into, okay? All right. You are all Lily Krem right now. I was just asking. That's not a question you should have to ask, Lily Krem, after weighing in. I swear to God. Now we know. We're all Lily Krem. Thought completed. It's incredible he hasn't banned anyone so far. Actually, I've tried to twice, but I keep getting distracted, like, while looking through the logs. I have the logs open of 2 people who I was going to ban, but, like, while looking through them, somebody else in chat said some dumb shit, so then it like kind of, you know, in a way, it's like the illnesses inside Mr. Burns when it's determined that he's full of illness, but they're all kind of like blocking the door a little bit. He can't ban all of us. Exactly. Yeah. You just all have to be like equally cognitively deficient, you know, like at the same time, basically. Whenever you see me go quiet for a second and my right arm moves like I'm using my mouse, that means I'm looking at somebody's log. So that's your cue to go to say some other like bait shit, you know? That's true, Thana. I need to like act imperial, have like the thumb up or down or whatever.